Alright, we have a gameplay review from Sam. Looks like we got a map of Rusted Lands. The new Stasis subclass by the Fox, Nation of Beasts. Targeting, I like to see it. This is an interesting angle. So you can kind of from trucks and everything get across here, so a lot of it depends on who gets first and kind of an RNG issue of who has better input lag, but in a control match when you aren't high stakes, you definitely take the angle from water tower. But it's so common, people will cross-suspect it. People will expect you to play it as well. Oh, 100 recovery, 100 discipline, like to see it. Especially for stasis builds. You're kind of up in the air a lot, especially from C, there's a lot of angles. I mean, there doesn't seem to be anybody there to have any radar pings. That's kind of a risky push. Here, you kind of walk out into the open. You do have teammates covering you, but there's a lot of angles here. You're hanging out kind of in the open, looking for an angle. I don't think there's anyone there, but you're pre-aiming it. There's going to be some pings there. Again, you're floating kind of high, pretty big target. Anyone with a sniper rifle could get you a dome there. Dome. Let's see if I can make this buffer better. Again, you're kind of doing this whole jump float thing, looking for an angle. Got baited by the smoke. There we go. You're a little outside of hand cannon range. This is the time to have your sniper out. But, okay, cool. Got some hits. You're focusing so hard on this guy, you missed this guy that's coming around behind you. And yep, now he... Oh, good grenade play. Your teammate didn't clean up that kill. You kind of get pinched and let yourself get pinched instead of backing out from the angle. A little half a second too late to get that cleanup. Again, kind of pushing in. You don't have really... There are some angles there. You ignore the zone. Again, you're kind of exposed from several angles here. Yeah, this is what happens. You push out here, you're kind of far out from cover, and then now we have two people with shotguns. One's going zone, one's sliding through here. You go for the shot on him, you miss, and you kind of ignore the guy on your right and let the double melee happen. Did you have your grenade up? No, but you did have your melee ability. I think this would be a great time to hit that melee. Unfortunately, you're outside of range. And you got the melee, base melee, not the melee ability. Unfortunate. There's a couple really nice long angles here from the zone. You can see back into the corner of C, especially with a high zoom scope like by that Fox there. You kind of found the angle, but this is hand me some about bot walking. This is where you aim down sights and then just walk right out to the open, and you're pre-aiming down here. Sometimes it's better to aim down sights and then strafe out so you can get so you're in cover. Can't hold that angle for a little bit long, but pushing up, covering ammo. Grenade, throw your grenade. No, okay. One perfect time to get to net the zone. Looks like there's pings there. Again, you're doing this really high float thing, where it's leaving you really exposed to angles. You have one teammate to support you. You're kind of thinking which angle to push. If I were here, I would just back out. I'll go back to this corner of B flag, the outside lane. Especially since that's where your teammates are and you have more long range weapons. I would just bail, disengage, and find a new angle. Because here you're just asking to get shotgun. Throw your melee ability. You did get the headshot, but again, he had the advantage. You're just asking to get shotgun, playing around, dancing around there. Especially since your movement is pretty slow overall. You're making pretty slow-ish decisions of where to push and how to push. The person with the shotgun can pinpoint exactly where you are. That's why movement is incredibly important. Especially when you're up on that tunnels, he knew where you were, because you didn't aggressively move to find a new angle. Person could just bounce around that angle and they knew exactly where you were to pre-aim you. Melee battle. That's why we say movement's so important. It allows you to be unpredictable. It allows you to control the fights. If you peek the same lane twice, then they know exactly where you are and they can pre-aim you. But if you peek a different angle, this is perfect. Sniper, come on. You got this. Okay, let's back that up. So here, you aim out sights, you lose. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You spend almost at least 7 seconds trying to look for that angle. Something that we like to call the 2-second rule is a big point of Ascended Nomad raises, is you don't want to hold an angle for more than 2 seconds. If a target's not there, a target's not going to be there. Go reposition, find a new target. Find a new angle. See, that was exactly it. You looked at the lane was denied, you move out. But here you are, you're kind of out in the open again. You want to be no more than 1 slide distance away from cover, because that allows you to disengage incredibly quickly. If you're too far away, then people can just team shot you while you're sliding away. You can't put damage in as well either. So we want to play pretty close to cover if you're playing for a higher level of gameplay. But this dropping your grenade, that was a very smart move. I'm really hoping it freezes them. It does, but you got team shot and mapped, because you're pretty far out from cover in a 2v1 situation like that. Again, sliding out from cover. You're holding this angle pretty long. You're going back towards cover is what I like to see. You're within your engagement distance with the hand cannon, especially now with the range buffs. You have a teammate on your left. It's a pretty good spot to push. But again, you're far out from cover. Now you're just trusting your mechanical aim to outshoot him. If he doesn't miss a shot, he's going to win if you miss a shot. So that's why we want to be close to cover. Disengagement, disengagement, disengagement. It's better for you to back out and live than to die. That's how you play. That's how you play for high KDs, and especially like pubs. Just disengage. Get a couple body shots in, and then disengage, and let a teammate clean them up. Here we go. At least 3 targets. You get nice 3 tap. Okay, got the melee trade. I want to watch this again. So it looks like we have at least 1, 2. I don't know what that is on there. It looks like the 3rd ping. But you get 2 headshots, like a nice crispy 3 tap. And they slid up on you. And that's where the bot walk in the movement. You can just quickly 180 with your mouse and slide backwards, and that will open a lot of distance, because he's going to slide towards you with a shotgun and close that gap incredibly quick. Because when you slide, you move very fast and changes your hitboxes. So you could do a flick slide backwards, and then that will keep the distance gap equal to that player. You got the trade. You get 2 out of that life. That works. You're popping in cover, which is good, but you're also popping pretty far away from targets. There we go. We got a kill. Again, you're kind of playing your aerial game, which is most of the time good, but also leaves you pretty exposed, especially in a sniper heavy meta that we have. I like the hipfire shot attempt. Probably because you had the wrong weapon out, but sometimes you can clean those up. There we go. Grenade to deny that angle. Perfect. That's good. That's what we like to see. Because now you're using your grenades as both offensive and defensive tools. By throwing it there, which is a very common angle, that the doorway or down there, it denies that lane. They can't push that on you. Again, you're really exposed up here. You got angles from B, you got angles all the way back from water tower even, trying to get this target. Again, you're kind of hanging on the spot. Okay, now you're pushing up. Going for the hip fire. Got a headshot. Cool. Got the cleanup. Reload, reset. Here we go. Find a new angle. Again, you're pushing out really aggressively. There are no radar pings, but sometimes we might be a little bit more careful with how we move. Again, you're way up in the air. It does give you advantage of where to see, but you have no way to quickly get out of the air. If you're a top down, you could dash. If you're bottom down, you could dodge down. But here, you're just leaving yourself open and exposed. Very cool. Outdamage the rift, and you got a little tunnel vision on cleaning up that kill. So you see someone coming in here. You see that, and then we have someone out here. but you're focusing into there. We see him jumping up, either to try to shotgun us or use some sort of ability. So that one, you really can't blame the super or anything now. It's a positioning mistake. If you had positioned better, you probably had a better chances of trying to win that fight. Again, we're dodging around. Just get away, get away. We know this person probably has a shotgun. It might be that Wormhouse guy we encountered earlier. Or just, especially now since you're missing shots, and now we see it's a 2v3. Now it's a 1v2. If you would disengage, you could have had an opportune angle. But now they're just gonna... Oh, you got the melee kill. But again, that was a very... The odds of winning that fight are incredibly low. Since we're disengaging, sliding out, finding a new angle, finding a teammate to push with. And that's, I think, is the biggest skill gap transition from pubs to trials or even survival, is playing with a team. Whereas in pubs, you can kind of dance around solo, find an angle, peek around, pick some kids off from across the map pretty easily. Whereas in survival, you assume the other team has coordinated comms. You assume that they have better aim than you. So that's where the team play comes into play. How do we out-strategize these opponents? Yep, you can jump up on this railing up here, and just one or two spots you can sit in, and there is no barrier that you can shoot through it. Oh, wait, a wire tower at the B flag. Again, that really, really high jump, leaving you exposed from several angles. Interesting choice with the grenade. Unfortunately, he ran out. Again, tunnel vision. You're so focused at this target, you let that person come up behind you. 1, 2, move. Count 1, 2, move. Unless there's a very good reason for you to stay where you are. 2-second rule. Don't stay in a spot for more than 2 seconds. In trials, it's actually even faster. You won't play in less than a second. So you want to keep moving, you want to be unpredictable. Here we don't have a grenade up. Again, you're floating up really high, going for the ranged melee. Got the tag. Whiffed the shots, unfortunately. That would have been the right call, I think, to try to body shot cleanup with the snipe. But unfortunately, you got flinched off, and well, you do have snipe ammo. Again, re-peeking this lane. Looking for angles. And then allow that, yeah, the tunnel vision. You re-peeked out here, focus 1, 2, 3, and then this person else comes up behind you, and a very easy shotgun kill while you're focused on the long lane. Duality and Wormhouse. That's a... Again, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Wasn't bad. I looked for an angle, trying to re-peek. Backing up your teammates. Again, they're really floating high. Good grenade call, but positioning. You could use cover differently here to try to deny that angle, but now you're going for a rift and you get shot out of the animation. If you would have hit here, if you would have dropped your rift here on the tower, that would give you an incredibly advantageous position. Because when you drop your rift, you can change your camera angle, you can see exactly where that player is. This player could have double tried and tried to shotgun you, but at least it will give you an advantage sitting here in the rift. It gives you some information from using your ability. Again, up on Wire Tower for the 6th time. Cool, good shot. Unfortunately, a teammate blocked you from getting off, but you did get the headshots, you did get the cleanup. So, you're floating a lot in the air. We need to slow that down. I like to see you try to slide around corners and not push out so aggressively into lanes. Be a little bit more cautious with how you push. And move more. Keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. Snipe hand and hand cannon is a great combo. It doesn't have to be a passive play style. You can play aggressively with a snipe hand cannon just fine. But yeah, some things to work on and some good things that we've seen. Thanks for sending that in.